I'll go tally the votes. I need you to bring me your torch. This is where we learn who is the ultimate survivor. I'll read the votes.
Hi, everyone. Welcome to the podcast. Today, we've got something for you. Today, we're playing a really cool game called Spark or Snuff, and we are joined by Claire Rafson from Survivor 44. Claire, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you so much for having me.
We are really excited to have you, and we're going to do something a little bit different today. So we're going to look at all of the Castaway outfits from Survivor 45 individually, and if we like one, we're going to spark it, and if we dislike or think there's questionable taste involved, we will snuff it. So that's kind of the rules. If you are following along in our live chat, feel free to play along and submit your responses. We'll be able to show them on our screen. Phil, I want to start with you by asking, what are some of the key components of a great Castaway Island outfit from a viewer's perspective?
You know, I think that a big sort of part of something that makes it iconic is how memorable it is. Unique pieces, things you don't see too often. You know, every now and again, wardrobe will let you slip through with something like a cheetah print or something sort of special, different, and that's always fun. That's always what I look for.
Absolutely. Just something with a little bit of character. And Ollie, speaking of characters, who are some Survivor castaways that have really identifiable looks?
The ones that spring to mind when I first think of this question, I think of Poverty and her, zebra kind of number. I think it was on Micronesia. And then for me as well, it's Courtney Yates and her hat in Heroes versus Villains.
That's a great one.
Every time I see that hat, I'm just like, Courtney Yates.
Yeah,
those would be my two.
And I feel like as we go along, we're going to be thinking about a bunch of past castaways and their looks. So speaking of a past castaway, why don't we start with Claire's look from Survivor 44? Claire, I'm curious, when did you know you were going to be green?
So you find out it's actually before you head out to Island, they'll just say like, here is your color, and send in all of the clothes that kind of represent who you are in the color, and you ship them all. And then they decide which ones of those look best or fit what they want you to be viewed as. And that's what you get. So I found out I was green. I was actually not so hyped. Like, I love the color green, but I was kind of hoping I'd be a little yellow or kind of something cute, something pinkish, purple. But green was, a great choice.
It really was. And I don't have a good picture of it here, but what was the logo on your tank top? It was like a cat or something?
Yeah, so this is actually an adorable story. Is like, within that packet, they say things like, don't send in things with logos or words unless it directly relates to your character, right? So like, you have on this season, and we'll get there, but like Jake obviously has this big Boston shirt, and you have people like, Danny got his firefighter, Tony gets his, like, you get your thing, and Jeremy had his. But so I was just sending in outfits for my challenge look, and I was like, sending in a bunch of just cute green crop tops. And I really sent in this one that I thought was silly goofy, and like, there's no way they'll pick words for fun. So when I pulled it out of my bag, and I had a shirt that has a little white kitty cat with a pink bow and the words "trying my best," I was shocked that Survivor let me. I think on my season, it was literally like 2 of us had identifiable things like that. And they gave me a little challenge shirt that said "trying my best." And at that point, I was like, this is who I am. This is what they think I'm like. And the shirt is kind of like lived on, and it's kind of iconic.
It's amazing. I was thinking, because we barely see logos or any type of art on Castaway outfits before, so it's really awesome that they let you do that. And tell us about this look that you are standing in here. I love the pants, especially because they have, I don't know if it's a cross stitch or just like a white stripe down it, but it added a lot of dimension, and I think they were really awesome. Was this something you were hoping that they would approve?
Yeah, I think I was actually pretty spot on. I have been such a fan and I care so much about the outfits that I was so obsessive when I was sending in things. Like every single thing I sent in was super intentional. I even sent things I thought they would give me that were like worse off so that they give me something better. But every single piece I was really intentional. So for example, I went in hoping that I would come off as like really chill, really laid back. I knew that they liked that I was kind of like Brooklyn and vibey. And so I knew that I could get away with some like more fun pieces. And so for me, like the main objectives were first off, look adorable on TV. And second off, have like something really useful. So for example, those pants are I purposely only sent in linen pants. Because I wanted something that would be quick drying, wouldn't be too hot, but also would keep me warm at night. So like linen pants, like I didn't send in any denim. Denim is like the worst thing to wear on islands because if it gets wet, it stays wet for a week. And then that top is like a cute little muscle tank moment, but it's also an athletic fabric from Free People. This is like all Free People, Urban Outfitters, like Aritzia. But so that was kind of the thought process. And I knew I wanted like pockets, but I will say those pockets did not serve me so well during the challenge where they filled up with mud. But yeah, literally everything on my outfit, like even those socks that you can see me wearing, those are bug-proof socks that I snuck in because they're like a brand that I'm really into outdoor stuff. So I sent in ex officio. So those are like woven in bug-proof, so no bugs would climb on me. I was like super obsessive about it.
I mean, that it's excellent. And I love that strategy that you sort of mentioned of sending in some items that maybe you would hope that they wouldn't choose with items that you hoping that they are going to choose for you. Phil and Ollie, I mean, what do you think? Do you give it a spark or a snuff?
I mean, look, Matthew, I feel like this is an obvious spark. Look at both
Absolutely.
of these. Look at both of these fits. I was going to say the parachute pants from Jump look awesome. Also, silly me, I thought there was like a cool gradient going on, but I think the bottoms are just wet, which is, it all works out because it almost makes it cooler. But no, these are both obvious sparks for sure.
Spark all the way. I remember when I first watched 44, and I remember looking at all the outfits, and the one that stood out to me the most was yours, Claire. So straight away, without a doubt, I was like, yeah, spark.
I think if I had made it more than 3 episodes, I had potential to be kind of an iconic look. But, you know, I had everything. I had me send in like 20 green scrunchies because I always wear my hair like this. Like we were loaded and ready.
All right. And we also have Cam in our chat. Cam, let us know if you will spark or snuff this look as well. But let's get into the looks of Survivor 45 Castaways as well. We're going to start with Austin here. Austin, we have a tank top and we have some dark colored khaki pants and the shoes. All right. Ollie's making it very clear what he thinks. Claire and Phil, how about you two?
Go ahead, Claire.
No, Phil, you go ahead.
You know, this is a tough one because I do think that it sort of fits his character. However, I think he went for a very simple, more basic look. He could have done a little more. I just think it's a little basic. I'm gonna have to snuff it, and I hate to snuff it because I do think it worked with his character. He's the buff guy. He's got to have the guns out, and I think that that's fantastic. Great choice. But I wish there was a little bit more going on.
Yeah, I'm gonna put it on the line. I know I shouldn't, but I feel like it's like a go off king, give us nothing kind of moment. Like if he didn't have those arms, I'd be like snuff, 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 right? But look at those arms. Look at that hair. I wish he had made his pants a little like, I don't know. Are those chinos?
I think
I
they
don't
are.
know. I
Yeah.
just don't think it fits super well, and I hate that the tank goes down like past his butt. But if he had given us a little bit more of like a cropped, like fitted moment on either the top or the bottom, it would have been perfect for me.
Yeah.
But I agree. Like honestly, Austin doesn't seem like the kind of guy who's going to be wearing like fun prints or like crazy outfits. He's a simple boy. He's got lovely hair. But yeah, it's so boring.
He clearly didn't go like full on in depth as you did, Claire. He just went, "This is red. There we go."
And Austin's an interesting one, right? He was an alternate, so he probably had to bring 3 different colored outfits because you know he could get thrown into any single one. So Austin definitely probably had this in red in yellow, in blue. And so I do see the like basics coming in. You know, maybe he had something really, really cute for yellow, but he was really just like thrown in and had to choose that way.
Well, that's so interesting to think about the alternates perspective and how they need to bring in many different options as well. And I mean, fit it all into the same bag that I guess any of the castaways would do at the same time. Phil, you had a point?
Yeah, I was going to say the same exact thing. I think that added context of him being an alternate does sort of excuse him here a little bit. But I also want to say that Claire, I think that making that a crop would have been perfect. I think that would have been an automatic spark if he had made that a crop. I think it's a real simple fix. If you could rip it out there, we'll see halfway through the season, perhaps. I think that would make
I wouldn't complain if he ripped his shirt up a little.
Yeah. I wouldn't complain either. Look, it'd be a good look. It'd be a good look.
I agree. And I do think I'm with you all. The cut of the tank top is just a little longer than I think it would go. So I'm going to give this look a snuff, but excited to see what he does this season. Are we all ready to move on to the next person? Next, we have D. And right off the bat, I really like this look because it gives me Lara Croft. Like it looks like she's about to go on like an excursion or of some kind. And I think it's kind of cool. What do you all think? Phil, let's start with you.
I think the cargo pants are always a good move. I could be wrong here, but I feel like Tony Vlachos also had cargo pants in one of his seasons. And so I feel like she's giving like she's kind of like a little ode to Tony there. And I think she looks great in them. And I'm gonna give this a spark. I think this is a great fit. She put it together.
Claire, what do you think?
Yeah, I agree. I think this is how you wear pants that fit. It's giving cool. It's giving, I don't know how old she is, but it's giving like Gen Z. Like, I love those kind of pants. It's like Princess Polly type, like TikTok girl. And I think that the jacket looks like adorable, but also warm. And also like, she's clearly got a body. She's good, like good shape, hot girl. And like, I love that we're seeing it right from the jump.
Yeah. There's something about the cargo pants too, like those pockets. I'm like, D, if you find an immunity idol, you're gonna have some nice hiding spots, or you have a place where you can put that immunity idol pretty quick so no one sees you. What about you, Ollie?
No, I echo everything everyone else has said. It's definitely a spark. I like the jacket, that like it looks really cute, and it kind of just brings a dimension to her personality and her character. But also, as kind of Claire said, at night, that looks like it's going to be so nice. Like, obviously, I've never been on the island, but the fact that they have that to kind of keep themselves warm, I think is smart. So, definitely a spark.
Also, she's just like her face, like they did a couple shots of her face, and like girl showed up looking, her lips were done. She had the eyes looking good. I was like, okay. Like we've seen Austin, we've seen D. This is like, okay, hot. Okay, hot.
And Claire, going back to the temperature on the island, we've heard from Eric Abraham that it is really hot during the day, like hotter than you can even imagine. But then at night, does it really significantly cool down more typically?
Totally. Like it's chilly. There's like, especially the way that camps can be set up, there's a lot of like wind tunnels because, you know, like we have like, for example, on Soka, we had this entryway onto our beach. So the wind would really put through it. And so like staying by the fire, most people I think on my season, like, especially by the end, weren't even sleeping in the shelter. They're sleeping by the fire. And then, so it definitely gets cold, and having that is like super key. And I think I'll wait till J Maya, but I think like, there is a question on crop tops for me that I think is important because you do get like a little cold belly when all you have are these like nice, cute crop top moments. But it's nice that her jacket is way longer.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Phil, I saw you also had a point.
Yeah, I think anytime there's fashion mixed with a little bit of utility, I'm going to be giving extra points. And I think that she has that. The cargo pants are extra utility, but they also look great. So I just, want to throw that out there. I think the extra utility is always going to get an extra, get you closer to the snuff. I'm sorry, the spark.
Yes. Yeah. So on that note, I give this look a spark. Who else? I know some of you already said. I think, Phil, you gave it a spark too. Everyone in agreement?
Yeah.
All right.
The only thing I'll say is I wish, like, I think what I feel across the season, but like, I look at their first outfit to be like, what is like production thinking? Like, what do they want them to be perceived as, right? Because production gets a final say. So it's like the one question for me is like, okay, like if you look at their cast photo, that's what you want to be perceived as. You pick your cast photo outfit. But for this is what production wants people to come into. And like Dee is getting a really great shake here. Like, I don't think that they're trying to make you think she's too athletic. They're not trying to make you think she's too professional, to anything. I think she has a very neutral character going in, which can be super helpful.
What a fantastic note, too, about what production wants the viewers to see a certain person as. And I would love to know, Claire, what went into picking your own promo outfit?
Oh, I was like, we're doing it. We're doing it. So I wear that, like, I wear this terry cloth pink set. And the only other thing was they said for my season, which I think makes sense, is like, we're no longer doing the full body bikini shots, which I think is totally valid. Like, some people are less comfortable. What does that really help you understand a person? But I had been kind of ready. So I knew they said like we're beachy. So I knew I wanted to wear a little bikini moment. And then I just love a matching set. That's why I'm already a Sabaya stan from day one, because Sabaya pulled up in a matching set. But for me, I was like, at this point, I'm going for it. I want to look cute. I remember being like, are people going to be judging me wearing all pink in like this little outfit? But I just knew I wanted to show off my little fun set side. And I honestly went in and was like, I can do the boring jean shorts and crop top. Here's that. And I have this cute little pink moment. And the costume lady, who, fun fact, also like designs NASA spacesuits apparently, was like, let's do the pink. And I don't regret it at all.
Wait, that's awesome. I mean, we think about these promo shots. I mean, those headshots follow all of the castaways everywhere to the different Survivor events. So it really, you are sort of sticking with it for a long period of time. And feel free, all of you here and anyone in our live chat, if you have, we're not talking about the promo outfits, but go ahead and call it out when you see a castaway that you like. Let us know if you enjoyed their promo outfit also. So next up, we have Brandon. And right off the bat, I'm going to have to give this look a snuff, just in my opinion. The shirts with the pockets, I like them. I wear them, but I just feel like it's not doing anything on the island. There's not really utility to having a pocket like that there, and I just think it's a little bit simple.
I know that when he was on the boat, he had some sort of overshirt, which the overshirt I really liked.
Yeah.
Now, when I look at this look, it's a snuff. But I think with the overshirt, I can forgive it. So if I remember what that overshirt was.
Yeah, it was like a cute little, like, somewhere between a jacket and a shirt. It was maybe like waffly.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, to me, Brandon is a Hawaiian shirt kind of guy. I just think he would have looked really cool and maybe a little bit of just giving us some buttons, something. I also feel like he's such a fan, like a little homage to Jeff would have been cute with like a little bit of that look. But yeah.
Now, I might surprise you all with this one. I think I'm going to spark this, which is strange because I feel like maybe on anyone else I wouldn't, but I feel like his hair is doing a lot for him. He's got the little curls. They're flooding down his face. I think that the shirt and the pants combined, that whole sort of colorway, the yellow with the deep olive, it looks good. I don't know why, but I like it. He's also, his personality, right? I like what you said, Claire, where they dress you up and they know who you are for the most part. You go through casting. And he is, now look, he had his moments, the premiere episode. However, he seems like such a bright guy. You know, he seems like such a bright, shining star. And I think that yellow looks great on him. I'm going to spark this. I'm going to spark my friend Brandon here's outfit, as bland as it might be. I like it. I like it.
I also agree I think his hair, his facial hair is perfect. Brandon is just like a lovely, lovable guy. I also think like, you know, his first challenge was what he had to swim. And I actually thought he had a great outfit for swimming. It wasn't too heavy. It wasn't like insane. Like had he been wearing some other of these things, like would have been kind of shitty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I managed to find a photo. It's probably the worst photo ever. That was the overshirt.
I like it. It's giving like
That's
professor.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Again,
I think if he had the overshirt, Just a fun fact, these images were really difficult to find. It wasn't just as easy as screenshotting from the episode, as we learned, but these were all on Instagram, from the Castaways Instagram, so all good with that. I think what I like, I love what you said, Phil and Claire, about his hair and his facial hair. It just looks so good. And I know that he wore some sort of a Hawaiian shirt for the promo. I'm with you, Claire. I think that would have been really, really nice on the island as well. And I think what's great about those is that you can sort of change them up a little bit based on the weather conditions that are there, unbutton or keep it more tied up if it's cold. So I think that that's the route I would have had Brandon go, but I'm going to snuff it. I like this. I like it. So we have one spark. Anyone else going to spark this?
I'll spark it. I'll spark it knowing that there's an overshirt.
Sure.
No pressure, Claire.
I have to abstain. I'm sorry. I'm so middle of this. It's hard. I think relative to the cast, though, he's not in the bottom quartile at all.
Yeah. And I will say, I really fell in love with Brandon during the first episode. It's just like, the way he was able to open up about his anxiety was really, really amazing to hear about. And I'm wishing him the best of luck moving forward. But next up, we have one of his tribe mates. We got Emily. Who wants to start us out here?
Okay.
See, yeah.
You go. Holly, please.
I was going to say, to be fair, I more so want to talk about her personality because that's what I loved at this episode.
But in terms I feel like the outfit has the personality in it. I think it is so perfectly, like, there's so many little intentional things about it. Like, she's giving plain shirt, right? But we get the scallops on the sleeves. Yes. You see that? Like, it's just like a little bit. It's like gives a little bit of like a little wink there. And then she's got the mock neck. Like, Emily Flippin, financial analyst, is like, she's giving like, it's giving, I'm here to do business. Like, I'm here to do it. And we saw that she came right after Bruce, as she should have, or I don't know, but she came right after Bruce. And I also think like she is a little khaki girl. Like, it is like, it's the perfect level of like, I don't know. It just was so cool, so effortless, so chill. Like, I love that her hair was already doing what it wanted. Like, I think she's freaking iconic. And I just think like, this is how you do boring in like the most fun way.
I feel like if you were looking at everyone in the line, when you look at what she was wearing, it looks so plain. And then you kind of see, like Claire said, the details. See the little scalp, you see the little bit. And I really like it because it kind of almost gives, because I'm kind of now starting to think of like, what is the kind of character that production may have wanted? And it's almost like they wanted to give this kind of false sense of what she looks like from a perspective. And then it's like, you kind of, when you dive a little more deeper into Emily, you see the different layers of her. And I kind of see that within her outfit when it looks so plain. And then you see like the fun little details.
Oh, Emily. Oh, man. Let me think. I love, let me say this really quick. I love Emily. I think she's one of the best characters that this season has offered so far. Granted, what have we seen? The premiere? We'll see what happens. But I really like Emily from a sort of first glance here. The fit, on the other hand, I might have to Emily and be pessimistic about it. I'm going to call it a snuff. And it's interesting because it's what you were talking about, Claire. You said, it's something about khaki. I feel like this whole fit is khaki. And khaki doesn't give me much. And the shirt almost had me flip to the other side. I do really like the mock neck. That is killer. I love that. But I do think that it's just serving up khaki. I'm going to put myself on the line. Let me not go full snuff. I'm going to put myself on the line. It's a fit.
So you're going to spark Brandon, but snuff Emily. That's so interesting.
Well, I think they have different. I think they have different personalities, and I think that and they also have different bottoms. The khakis versus the olive makes a huge difference. I am gonna put this on the line. I'm sorry.
Fair.
That's fine.
I have to say I love the cut of the top. And I think what this is giving me, I don't know if it's like legitimately, but like it feels like a very 70s vibe. I don't know what it is about it. Maybe it's just the color scheme also. But I really like this. I enjoy the fact that this is like instantly recognizable to me. If this was on a mannequin alone, I'd be able to be like, oh, that's Emily's outfit. There may be something to be said, Phil, I agree with you with about maybe the material of the outfit for me. Who knows if that's actually going to be functional on the island. But something about this, it's very it feels very specific to Emily, even after watching the episode. It feels like it fits her personality, and I'm gonna spark this.
I am on her Instagram though right now, and I will say I would have much preferred. I think this is giving Emily Flippin. This moment is an Emily Flippin moment. It's an Emily Flippin original, and this is a spark.
That is an automatic spark.
Spark.
That is an automatic spark right there. Absolutely.
That photo is giving financial analyst Emily Flippin. That's what it's giving.
I will say, and I also just because I love Emily, I think her cast photo is like my favorite. Like it's giving. I'm wearing the plainest outfit, but here I am, and I'm a stand there, and it's amazing.
She said, "Neutral tones are me."
I noticed a lot of neutral tones in these promo shots, which was interesting. Maybe next year or next season, we could do a whole video on the promo shots too. That would be so much fun. Let us know in the comments if that's something you would like to see. I do have a message here from our friend Russell Muscle TV, who asked who is going to be the sit-out bench champion this season. Claire, would you like to?
It's not going to be someone on yellow because they are so bad at challenges. And so I do think that we might be seeing a little sit-out champion, some sit-outs coming from other tribes, just because like if yellow keeps yellowing, then we are going to be seeing some uneven numbers. And so you never know, but I'll call them out when I see them, but they definitely have to be on red or blue in my eyes. Like there's no way Emily's going to have a chance to sit out. Like they're going to be really, really trying to keep themselves in the game here.
Oh yeah. And I don't think Emily would ever want to sit out of a challenge. She seems like she's going to go for it each time. All right.
Carson, get out of this chat. Leave me alone.
We got to show it. Who will replace Claire as the meme queen of the season? You really were Emily. The meme queen.
That's true.
Emily for sure. She was making these financial analysts. This is like the best thing ever. This was before the season even started airing. Icon.
I love
We came up with a drag name for her when we did the Survivor 45 Castaways in the RuPaul's Drag Race Simulator, and she was Financia Annalise. We good with that?
Yeah.
Okay.
And Carson agrees too. Yeah, it's going to be Emily.
It's going to be.
Carson, thanks so much for joining. All right, we're going to move on to our next castaway. Everyone feel good? I sparked. Phil snuffed. We sparked. All right.
Spark.
Here we go. Next is Brando.
Mind if I start here?
Please, Phil.
I love the pattern. The pattern on the shirt is fantastic.
Emily.
It's giving some fun. Okay, now look, Emily, I just want to say, I know you heard me snuff there, but I love you as a character. I love you big time. Okay.
Emily, just remember, I sparked you and put you on my draft. Just throwing that out there.
I'm going to be reamed if I ever see her in public, and I'm not talking ream from Edge of Extinction.
Thanks for joining, Emily.
100%. If I ever meet you, I will have a glowing smile, and I will take it. Brando, I'm gonna do a spark. I love the patterns on the shirt. I just think it's fantastic and it's fun, and it's sort of the deep blue with the light blue buff. I think that works well together, and the logo has some extra colors on it, which fits with the pattern. I think it looks fantastic.
Yeah. I really agree with you, Phil. I really like this look. There's something to be said about patterns on television screens. If anyone knows, there's this term called like moire. I might not be saying that right, but that if you have a small enough pattern, it can like really blur and move around with the camera. So I have a feeling, production definitely working with cameras understand that that is a risk when putting a pattern on TV, but I really like how this looks. I totally agree with you, Phil. And it just like, it looks great with the buff too.
It really does.
Yeah. I love it. It's giving like this sort of innocent kind of like, I'm trying to think of the word now. The word's gone from my brain. But he kind of just seems unassuming. And I feel like that's what the pattern of his shirt is giving. Very much, don't mind me, I'm just here for a good time. But we know what that means. He's ready to do what he needs to do. But I like it. I'd spark it.
Claire, what do you think?
Yeah, I think he's so cute. It's perfect.
Yeah, it's a total spark. Glad we're all on the same page about Brando. Next up, we have Hannah.
Okay, so Hannah's dress is literally just Helen's. Like, I feel like there's always a girl every season who gets the like
Oh.
kind of like lightly floral, kind of mid-sleeve, flowy dress. And so immediately like seen it, but I love it every time I see it. The bun is a choice, was certainly a choice. The bun was the choice that was made in this outfit. The dress, great. The bun was a choice.
You got to keep your hair off your neck, right? At some point.
No, 100%. I mean, totally.
Just for this look.
Just for the look.
Just for like the
Yeah.
first time you're on TV, like you have one moment and you choose bun.
Definitely chose.
I feel like I need to take mine out now.
Matthew feels personally attacked.
I wore buns. I like buns.
They're great. They're great. But I totally get what you're saying. I think to make an impression when you get onto that ship for the first time, I'm with you. I actually agree. I think another hairstyle would have been great too. I like the sleeves. I do like the sleeves. There's something fun about the sleeves. But great call out about Helen's dress. That's really great. And I think the color is nice too.
I'm now not sure how, like, because I did like it. And again, same, I like the sleeves. But now Claire's mentioned that it's the same.
Right.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I'm there like, okay, it's now not as exciting as I would like, as it is, because I'm like, okay, we've seen it in a different color. It's giving now Bianca Del Rio that it's the same dress in different colors. I'm on the fence about it now. I don't know.
I still
I'll
think
give
it's
it a
cute. I'm
spark.
just saying.
Yeah, it's cute. I'll give it a light spark.
I'm also going to give it a light spark.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna spark it. I think that I really like the color. You know, the dress in itself is, once again, it's flowy, it's fun. I dig it for sure.
All right. I think we're all in agreement. Let's. Oh, yeah.
Oh, Lord. Claire,
Didn't
Sarah
Wilson?
you got it ready. You know.
Claire's
No,
like, she's got the receipt.
very
No,
similar.
I just like, you don't understand. I love outfits on Survivor. Like, they are so telling and so important. And I think it's like, I care.
Yeah,
funny.
absolutely. For those of you who are listening on our podcast on Spotify, Claire is just showing us all of the very similar outfits to Hannah. But make sure you come and check out our video on YouTube so you can actually see all of the full visuals as well. Next up, we got Bruce, first returning player of the new era.
I love it. Ugh.
I do too. It's tough when it comes to the suit look. There is always at least one per season of someone in just a full-on, just came from my 9-to-5 attire. And I think just the fact, like, look at this image. Like, look at Bruce leaping off of the ship into the water. It just works so well. And I love the colors together. I like that it's this nice, lighter, purple bluish type of color, but then the bottom is a nice dark blue or navy. I just think it looks great.
Yeah, I think Bruce is lucky. Not lucky, but I think it's, good fit. And then also, like, Carolyn wore this shirt for basically all of 44 once Bruce left it. And so I think it's an iconic shirt now. Like, I view it more on Carolyn than Bruce, but like, you know, they put him in the same color scheme, the same vibe again, and it still looks great. And I still like, it's all warm and fuzzy. I think it's fun that they made him wear the same thing basically, because like it really does, like immediately all the 45ers, like not only is it Bruce that they've been staring at for the week, but they're like, okay, Bruce is, it's literally like identical to what he had. And so it really just brings callbacks to like the first, like him 6 months ago.
I think that is a really great point, because it's once again, it's not just Bruce. It is like carbon copy from 44 to 45. Bruce is not a change at all. I will say, if I'm going to go back to sort of the rule that I said at the start, function of the fit next to what it looks like, I think this looks fantastic on him. Functionally, I would think that it would stop him and make him a little bit more tight or whatever. But look, Matthew, you gave me that free flying shot of him jumping off the boat there. I have to spark this. It clearly is not stopping him. This must be like stretch cotton, because he's doing it all. He's fully he's jumping. He's fine. He's fine. I'm gonna give it a spark.
We have Andrew in the chat who says that this photo looks like the promo shoot for a cruise line. I could totally see it. This
really
could go into a commercial.
I don't know if cruises want you jumping off their boats, but
Oh no. That's an excursion.
Yes, yeah. At the port.
I was going to say, I will say, being someone that has worked on a cruise before, you don't want to be jumping off of the cruise. There is a lot of stuff there is a lot of man overboard that goes on. We don't want that.
This is an official public service announcement. Do not go jumping off of cruise ships. Claire, what do you think about this? Oh, you already gave me your thoughts, and Carolyn being on, but you say spark or snuff?
yeah, spark. Love Bruce.
Love it. All right. Before we move on, Cam, I do see one of your chats. I'm going to wait until we get to that Castaway to show it. Yeah. No. All right. Let's keep going with this. Next up, we have J Maya. Okay, Claire, I'm going to let you start us out with J Maya.
I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. It's a spark for me. And I think like it's perfect. This is like giving, you know, I'm a little nerd girl. It's giving Cochran in like the little sweater vest moment, but it's just like, it's so clear who Jay is. Like, she's obviously like this cool Gen Z TikToker. She's got her crop top. She's got the like interesting patterns. You get to see her little belly. Like, I love it.
It's awesome. I love the pattern of that crop top so much. Just the diamonds. It looks so good. And the pants are also amazing. I mean, we've already made it clear how we feel about cargo pants, or at least how I love cargo pants. There's room to hide hidden immunity idols and advantages. And it just like looks like a fully developed character on the show of Survivor.
Yeah. I love, like Sam, I'm with Claire on this one. I love the outfit. I'm going to go as far as to say this is actually my favorite marooning outfit out of everyone, because I think, again, function wise, it looks like it will work out in kind of Fiji, but also just it brings out her personality, and there's a funness to it, there's quirkiness to it. But yeah, for me, Jemiah gets this is my ultimate spark of like the cast.
Yeah,
What are we going to call that?
Huh?
I was just thinking, what are we going to call we have Snuff, Spark, and is it like
Ignite.
Ignite. Love it. You've ignited this look.
I think
What about you, Phil?
J Maya, gasket of 45, 100%. I love this. I will never complain about a sweater vest. With the patterns, the diamonds there, they look fantastic. The cargo pants for utility. She's hitting it on every single angle. It's also what you were saying, Claire. It's like she's the nerdy girl, but she's like the cool nerd. You know, she makes pop music. She's awesome. Like, I love the fact that this is sort of giving both sides. It's a little regal too. I dig it. Top fit of 45, in my opinion.
All right.
The only thing I'll add that I will say, but this is the only thing I'm like, I accidentally only had crop tops. Every single thing I sent in was cropped. So like even my jackets were cropped. which is like totally fine during the day. But it was the only regret I ever had about my outfit was that I would have to like pull my pants up to here. Whoa, these stretch really far. um, but like I would have to pull my pants all the way up and tuck in my crops to just like get full body warmth. So the only thing that sucks when you do crop tops is like that you do really like need to make sure you have at least one long item.
That's a great note for future players. Absolutely. Something worth considering when submitting your outfits. Next up, we have Drew. And I included two different images of Drew. One, he's in longer pants. The other, he's in shorts, but he has this like darker red, borderline maroon, I would say, shirt. That's a polo. And khakis.
He looks like he works at Target, but I would expect nothing less. Like, I think this fits him.
I think so too. I think character-wise, and just what production put him in, I would agree with that. He works at Target. Yeah, I see it for him. I do.
See, how I feel about this outfit is similar to how I feel about Austin's. It fits his character, but does that mean the character has no substance? Because it just, again, now that you see the target, I look at it and I'm like, okay, it's the assignment. You needed red. Perfect. And that's kind of all I get with it. So I'm going to have to snuff it. If I did it for Austin, I have to do it for Drew.
Yeah, this is tough. And I almost wish Claire didn't say the Target thing because I was on the line. And let me tell you, when you said Target, I saw it so clearly, and I am. It is sad. I'm gonna have to snuff this. I love Drew. I love his character, but I don't like the fit. I do not like the fit. It is giving Target, and frankly, Target has awesome finds, and I wish that he like went in there and found something else from Target, not like the employee uniform, because this is not it. And I love you, Drew. I love your character. I love you as a contestant, but I'm gonna snuff this. I'm sorry.
Totally fair. I will say in the episode, we find out from Drew that he sees like two sides of himself. He has Drew, and then he has Basile. And I feel like, just based off his descriptions from the episode, like his outfit here can sort of fit into either, right? Like he could go to a sports bar, but then he can go right ahead. No, you don't think? I don't know. Like a really.
I don't know if people are pulling up to a sports bar like this, Matthew.
I was going to say, Matthew, I don't even go to sports bars. I would never be seen dead in a sports bar. I know we would never see this outfit in a sports bar.
Yeah, way to call me out. I really reached for that. I was just
sorry. I'm sorry. Yeah.
We could go to a board game cafe in this.
Oh, that's fun.
There we go. A little like Magic the Gathering sort of center. You know, I'll see him there. I play Magic, but not a sports bar.
I'm gonna lightly spark this, just ever so lightly. I think it just falls in that direction. Just from what we've seen from his confessionals, I'm gonna just give it the slightest spark. All right. Next, we have Julie.
I love
really
it.
Like this look. Mm-hmm.
Love it. Love it. Automatic spark.
Claire, want to start us off?
Yeah, I love it. She's the only one on Red who I think has like any other kind of color. Like the pants are lovely. The pants are super fun. Even her like shirt is more orangey looking. Like she picked a different tone and I love it. I think she looks fun. She looks cool. I don't know what her hat says. What is it?
There's stars. 3 stars.
What does that mean?
I'm not sure if it stands for anything or just a logo.
But I love it. It's kind of like doesn't match, a little chaotic, a little like, you know, I love it. And I think, you know, she's saying that she like she does art in her house or something. This is giving art teacher in her house, right? Like this is exactly that. Especially she avoided the curse of like, you never know production. If the production wanted her to be a lawyer, she'd be in a blazer. And so she got out of that, which I think is great, especially if she's trying to play it cool and chill. And so I think this is like perfect.
And I think the stars might actually be Tennessee, but I'm not 100% certain
It's
about
got
that.
a little
Which is
bit of
gonna get-
home.
I could see that.
Yeah, a little taste of home. I love the pants. I think that they are so special. It's just it's such a great visual element when we've seen a lot of past castaways that we were looking at today. They have the red, yellow, or green shirt and then just like the plain pants on the bottom. And I think that this is really special and goes really well. And I love the sweater that she brought with her too. I think that's such a gorgeous shade of red. And it looks very warm too. So that looks good. I'm gonna spark this.
Yeah, I'm gonna spark it, especially because even in like this and her promo, she had that style of trout like pants. And again, yeah, I like that she's not just gone all red and she's kind of brought other colors into it. But yeah, no, I like it all. It's a spark, definitely. And I like the fact that she wore a hat, because I think that's very useful. I definitely, if I ever got on Survivor, I'd be like, whatever outfit I have, I need to have a hat with it, because I know that I'd get a headache.
Generally, you need to get a doctor's note to get a hat, is my understanding.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, because hats are really annoying for like camera angles and like everything. But if you have like, especially, I think you see it on the older women sometimes. Like I think Heidi on my season had her hat, and it's like if you can get a note saying you like need it for sun protection or eye protection, is the best way to get a hat.
I think that makes sense because it seems like a hat can kind of be seen as like a comfort item or a privilege for some because it's like a little bit of shade from the sun, whereas other castaways may not have that. So that's a really cool fact about hats. Ollie looking
Like a useful
real
sun
good.
hat, though. Not Josh's fedora that I'm sure they loved.
We have seen those fedoras.
I sneak this on there.
All right. So we all in agreement. This is a good spark.
100%.
All right. We are going to move on to Jake. I want to start with the sleeves. Because this is where, when we were talking about moire, it doesn't seem like it's what's happening to it, but I feel like that pattern is small enough that the cameras may find some issues with it. I mean, it's just a small part of the shirt, but it's very busy down at the cuffs and also above the pocket. It's cool lining. I like that there's lining there, but I'm not sure about the pattern itself.
I think what Claire said earlier about how they made sure that kind of Julie didn't look like an attorney, they've gone the complete opposite here with Jake. Like Jake obviously has made it a very point that he is an attorney. And I feel like they've gone, okay, we're gonna let you have that. Here is the really smart shirt, here is the trousers. But just again, kind of with Bruce, my issue with Bruce's was functionality. And I feel like it's the same here. How that is going to be comfortable in the jungle and like the things of Fiji, I don't know. But clearly he's enjoying it for now. But yeah, I'm very much on the fence with it.
I'm a spark. I love this. This is like elevated Bruce. Like I think this is like, if you're gonna be wearing a button down and you're gonna do whatever, like this is so Jake, obviously. Like this is so like, it's not perfectly fitted. It's like a little bit more, it's giving that like Boston, like he's just like, this guy is like a little more chill, a little more laid back. And I think it's like to be wearing a suit shirt, what are these called? Button down dress shirt. Yeah, it's the only way I feel like somebody's wearing it and not looking like they walked out of their 9 to 5 immediately. You know what I mean? And I think paired with like, we obviously see him in that huge Boston shirt. Like, I feel like he gets the range where he's not just like only in business casual or business formal. Like he's giving it all. And I feel like this low key, like looking at it is like kind of maybe one of my faves.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to spark this one as well. I think he looks fantastic. I also like that he's choosing to get 3 buttons down, which is literally a choice. I mean, Bruce was all the way up there. He's like, I just got off work. I'm at a bar. I'm cutting loose. Let's have fun. Bruce wants to be drunk uncle, but he's dad. He's dad up here. Jake is like, Jake truly is cool uncle. I feel like he's doing what Bruce wants to do. better. And I hate to say it, he is literally giving cool uncle in all these photos. I mean, shoot, I'm gonna give it a spark.
He was with Jake was with Drew at the sports bar, and they had a great time together.
No, Jake is the guy that Drew is staring at across the sports bar. Jake, people are buying him rounds of beer. He's the one holding court. You got the Celtics game on. He's talking about musical theater, and people still think that's cool. Jake is like that guy.
I love it. I have to snuff it because of the sleeves, just because of the cuffs. I think the pattern. I like it, like the center image. I really like the outfit a lot. And I like the button down thing, Phil. I'm glad you called that out. But I just have to, if I got to give it that slight snuff. I'm going to give it a slight snuff. All right. Before we move on with our next castaway, we're going to hear from our friends at Bracketology, and we'll be back in just like one short minute. So stick around.
My name is Jonah Fielko, and I'm the CEO of Bracketology.tv, fantasy sports for reality television. We offer fantasy games for shows like The Bachelor, Survivor, Big Brother, RuPaul's Drag Race, and counting. You start by creating a community. Within your community, you can create a fantasy league for each show that you want to play fantasy games for. Within the league, you can choose up to 3 of our 4 game types, and our most popular is the Advanced League. Choose a team of contestants, and depending on what they do and say during the episode, that's how your team will gain or lose points each week. We also have elimination-style games like our Confidence Pool. This is where you choose how confident you are that each contestant will survive elimination that week. And we've also got March Madness-style brackets. Come back a couple hours after the episode to check your scores and watch you climb the leaderboard. Bracketology is free to play, so grab your friends, your family, your coworkers, and head to Bracketology.tv for more info.
And hello to our viewers. Are you a part of our Survivor Now fantasy with Bracketology? Let us know in the chat how you think you're doing after this first week. And do you think you're going to win the top prize? There's some really good ones in there, like a cameo from one of your favorite Survivor 45 castaways. There's also a Funko Pop made by Survivor winner Todd Herzog. So let us know what you are hoping to win out of this. And remember, it's the top 3 placements that get prizes. Next up, we have Katura. I really, really like. I'm a sucker for, like, I love the brown pants with the blue top. I love that color combination.
I like it. Like, I love, like, similar. I like the color combination. Slightly plain, but I'm here for it in that way. And I do like that she has the wraparound. She has a hoodie. I like that color that I can see from that photo. So I'd spark it.
I love the color blue on, like, this shade of blue is so pretty on her skin and like her face, and her face is so pretty. So I love it. The only thing is I personally like, I actually love the fit. I think it's great. I think tying the thing around the waist is a choice. If I were to take mine off, I would have found a different place to hold it or place it, because I think it's a little, if I saw her do that and then she told me, but I think it's gorgeous. I just wish she just maybe like did something or like kept it on or put it over her shoulders or like, you know what I mean? Because I feel like she's given body and it's hiding when she's covering it up. But I love it. I think it's great. Again, she really doesn't want to be viewed as like a lawyer or any of that stuff. Great not having to look like one day one, especially when you have 2 guys in like button down shirts. So they look way more professional than she does. Perfect.
Right. That was so funny when she was like, I love that Jake is like a baby lawyer and he's going to talk way more about it. So she can point the target at him. I thought that was a really cute segment. Phil,
I think it's cute. Oh,
no, go ahead, Claire.
I think it's cute. I just think it's so funny, like the lawyer strategy, like all 3 of them with their different, like how they're going to be lawyers and lie about it or tell about it. Like, it's just so cute. I'm like, okay, everyone here has an amazing job and is like over educated and like overemployed. So it's just so funny when, like, I mean, that happened on my season too. It's just like at this point, like, Yeah,
I feel like they're definitely, first of all, I talk about that all the time. I'm like, back in the day, there were like people, true blue collars, the true white collars, whatever. I guess no collars, throwback to 30. But I feel like in today's day and age, it's like, okay, everybody is like Ivy League grad. We have lawyers, we have financial analysts, insurance agents. Like, everyone sort of has like a real, solid job. I love this fit. It's fantastic. I even do like the wrap around the waist overgarment there. I don't know why, but just the dark brown with the sort of lighter shade of brown, it looks sweet, and I really think it looks awesome. I'm gonna spark this for sure.
Yeah, it's a spark for me too. All right, let's move on. Here's my favorite out of the group, and that is Caleb. I really like this look. I think the fact that, like, I don't know what color the pants are. It's like yellow, but there's like a little hint of green in them too that I really enjoy, and I like how it looks with that button down.
Yeah, those are like true highlighter yellow, like lime colored pants. I'll give this a spark. I think that the shirt works really well with the pants. I also love that, and you kind of pointed it out at one point, Claire, where, it's his top is actually not yellow. His top is blue. And I think that it's nice when they don't force them, where it's like, okay, yellow on yellow on yellow. Once again, love you, Emily. Yeah. But that was my issue with Emily's fit, was like it just felt very one note. It was like khaki on khaki on khaki, which differed from Brandon's, which was yellow on olive. This is like a bright, like royal blue on lime, which feels like so specific, so unique. And with the buff there around his neck too, it really ties it together. It sandwiches his whole sort of color scheme there. I think this is a spark big time. I love it.
Well, I think the reason why the shirt works is because of the little hints of yellow that is in like the shirt. You see, because obviously like the base is blue, but then like all those little flowers are yellow. So I think that's why it kind of ties. It's definitely a spark. And because Matthew said it, I did find my yellow highlighter for his trousers.
Yay!
So I've got his trousers right here ready to start.
Claire, what do you think?
Okay, first, Emily, it won't let me can you check your DMs on Instagram? And then I'm trying to message her. Thank you, Emily. But yeah, so first off, I just took a step back and looked at the yellow. Yellow has the best fits. Yellow as a group looks the best together. They look the most like all their own person, all doing their own thing, different shades, different vibes. Like yellow looks the coolest objectively. Like I don't even know. I think I slayed sparked all of them, but I agree. I think they're great. And yeah, I think Caleb's is awesome. I think it's a perfect fit. I love the color sandwiching with the buff, the blue, the yellow. It's perfect. I love how few buttons he has done. Awesome. Love no undershirt. Perfect. I love it. It's like so cool. I love the little like cuff of the pants so that they're not like lame. Yeah. Oh, sorry. Sorry. But yeah, I think it's sick. I think the blue is fun. I think it's cool too. Like, I think it's fun. Like, I love that because when he's like going to be doing stuff next to other people and other tribes, like he's not going to like, I feel like sometimes it's like there are people who have like really distinctive colored outfits and they have to be stuck in that forever next to like, you swap or you combine and like, then all of a sudden you're like always this bright yellow person. And then, it's like you look like you're yellow through and through. So like if Caleb wants to be like villainous or try to be friends with other people, like blue people are going to like him more in this blue. Like I just think it's great.
That's a good call out to the fact that he has like colors that could work for yellow, but also could work for blue. And it's sort of just like he won't visually be like the outcast of yellow or blue if he's like with those groups, or green, I should say. Phil, you had a point?
Well, I was gonna comment on that. I think it's like so astute. I want to look for it now this season. I never thought about that. Sort of like the psychology after the merge. If you're on the blue tribe and you see Caleb, obviously original yellow, but he's got that royal blue shirt on. Like, is there a part of you that's like, look, man, you're one of us. I see it on the shirt. Like I feel like there's something fun there. I feel like I want to sort of start to look at that. I think it's really interesting, actually.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. This is an ignite for me. I'm going to just say it now. Next up, we have Kelly.
Okay.
And this is where we're talking about the full color, like blue on blue on blue on blue. What do you think, Claire?
Okay. The reason I love this outfit is because it's the like most tasteful way to put your profession in. Like those bottoms like look like scrubs to me. I don't know if they're actual scrubs. But I freaking love that they like it's giving nurse. And I think, we love nurses. Like nurses, who doesn't like a nurse? So I think like, again, where if you're a lawyer, you don't want to be a lawyer. Like if I were Kelly, and I think she says in all of her promo, like she wants to be that nurse that like you think is going to give you ginger ale or whatever. And so I love the like homage to like it with those pants. I don't even know if they are scrubs. They look like those like, what are they called? They're like, I'm on like nurse scrub TikTok and like figs. They're like apparently like all the slutty nurses and doctors wear figs because they show off your butt and stuff. And like these are nice fitting scrubs and they look cute, but I think it's great. I do feel like, it's a little plain, it's a little safe, but like I like it. I think it's like a nice, I would want to work with her.
Yeah, I was very much on the fence about it because kind of with what Claire said, it's kind of very plain. It's to me, it's like, okay, she did the assignment. But until Claire kind of mentioned that it kind of goes with her profession, I would give it a light spark for that reason. I like the fact that it kind of you kind of see the undertones of yes, she's a nurse. So yeah, I'll give it a very light spark.
Phil, I'm undecided. What are your thoughts?
I'm also undecided. I was hoping that you were going to jump here.
I'm also undecided.
I could.
Yeah, because I'm going to be honest. I would feel awful if I gave Emily the critique of, look, khaki on khaki on khaki, so I had to snuff it. And then for Kelly, I don't snuff. But I'm going to be honest. I do think that the khaki on khaki is going to always be more boring than the blue on blue. It's a completely different color. That said, I'm still not going to be like hardcore sparking it at all, with all due respect. I'm still on the fence. Matthew, please help me out here.
I'll try my best. The thing that I love about it the most is the color. I like that color blue is just so gorgeous, and it really like it brings out her eyes, like in this confessional, especially. Like it just looks so beautiful, and I love what you said, Claire. I didn't think about it in terms of like sort of hinting at a profession. That being said, it boosted the points definitely. So I think I'm gonna have to give it a light snuff. Just this again, I would say it's a lighter snuff than my last light snuff. But it's so close for me. But I'm gonna have to do that.
I like her island outfit a lot, though. I think this is adorable.
Oh, it's so cute. I
love
love
it's
that
useless, though. Like I feel like it's super uncomfortable, but
is that sort of like are those overalls? Am I seeing that correctly? Or are those sort of like shorts overalls?
This is, I will say, a useless item. Looks great, but like, so she has to wear a bra and a buff under it at all times, right? Like you can't go no bra or anything. So if one of those is wet, sucks. And also like you can't really modify it, but it looks good.
Looks great.
Yeah. This would have been, I guess this isn't necessarily like a marooning outfit, but cute.
No.
It counts.
Yeah. To be fair, I'd spark that, and now seeing that, I would snuff this outfit.
Yeah.
I'd spark the one I've just seen. I'd snuff this one.
I'm on that train.
All right, Phil, you got to give us a solid one.
I'm gonna mirror you, Matthew. I'm gonna give this the lightest snuff, the lightest snuff, because you're right. It also works with the eyes. I don't think I like the one tone all the way through.
All right. We are ready with Kelly. Next up is Sean. Just such an adorable shirt. I love this shirt.
Yeah.
Claire, tell me about the denim shorts that he has here. We talked a little bit about denim in the beginning. Do you see those being an issue later down the line?
Absolutely useless as an item to wear. Horrible. Bad call. It's literally so funny. Like I think and especially because he's not doing pants. Like I think people are always like, oh, denim will keep you warm. First off, it won't, because it will be wet. But second off, and like it will get really stretched out. You're not going to get to put it in the dryer and make it fit. Like denim is bad. But he looks so good. It looks amazing. It looks cool. You get 2 pairs of shorts usually. So like whatever, he just won't, like these will be good when they're dry and whatever. But like, because he also swam, right? So like the chafing, I imagine, like he jumped in there. Like that is not a moment for me, but it looks good. I love the fit of the shirt. I love the big patterns. Like it's like loud but cool. Again, I love it. It has a little yellow, a little blue, a little, what's the other tribe? Red. Like this is like, if you literally put all three colors together, it's one. And I think it just like looks really cool. And like, again, yellow does not seem like they're good at much, but they do look good and they look fun. And I feel like that's the opposite with blue, where I'm like, blue is giving pretty much like standard, but they look like they're going to win stuff. But Sean looks great. And his hair and his face. Sean's definitely like the prettiest person. He's so pretty.
Phil and Ollie, what are you going to rank this?
Go ahead, Ollie.
It's a spark for sure. This is that outfit that I feel like if he can make it very far in the season, this will be kind of the memorable outfit that we remember. I love it. I think, kind of echoing what everyone said, it's cute. It has little kind of notes to the other tribes. Yeah, I just think it's fun. I think it's fun, and it's something that you're going to remember. So yeah, I would definitely spark it.
Yeah. You know, we started this podcast. You asked me what I look for in a sort of marooning fit. I said I like the ones that break the rules, right? You know, don't give me one note. Give me a couple different colors. Give me something that's fun. This is doing that, you know? We have a bunch of different colors on a shirt. It's a fun pattern. It doesn't necessarily even match his bottoms. I will say the jean shorts, I did not notice at first. I would dock him for that, but I think that he was so far up in the sort of spark, I would say he was damn near igniting, that bringing him down a couple for the jean shorts still leaves him at a spark. I love it. Yeah.
We're in alignment. Next up.
He wasn't even, but just to be clear, how do we feel once we look at his marooning where he wore cargos?
Oh.
That's Ignite. Thank you, Claire. Thank you,
There
Claire.
we go.
That's
This is it.
That's Ignite.
And
yeah.
The fact that the shirt looks good with this, tucked,
Oh yeah,
looks good pulled out.
Oh yeah. It's versatile.
Really,
Basically,
really well done.
we know that no matter what shot he's in, if he's wearing this shirt, he's going to look good.
Oh yeah.
My mind is like, it's amazing to me also now, just realizing while talking to all of you here, like, again, going back to the psychology of the colors that are on your outfit and what that may help or hinder you with down the line with when interacting with other tribes. I mean, Claire, you've had some experience with interacting with other tribes. One of my favorite moments from your time on Survivor 44 was when you communicated across tribe mats to Matthew. Can I just ask, while we're just on the subject, like, were you nervous about doing that in the moment during the tribe? Were you afraid of getting caught, or were you just like, it's the game, let's do it?
No, I even like asked, I was like, hey, like, are we allowed to, like, we weren't allowed to help our teams, but I was like, could I talk to him? And they were like, whatever. Like, they didn't expect it. But like, I was trying so hard. And like, honestly, Matthew was not picking up at first. Like, I remember like starting to be like, because Matthew from the jump, I was like, I like this guy. I liked him at Ponderosa, whatever. So I remember I started like a conversation was just like, hey, like, really hot day outside, right? And he'd be like, yeah, hot day. I'm like, oh, good challenge to sit out. Yeah. And like, it was really like working away. But like, yeah, I was like really trying to be friendly. And like, I think I was like lucky that we like had a similar vibe. Yeah, I think like, you know, impressions of other people are very like stick very strongly. And especially like this, I just think it's so interesting with like, even in the season, like they're obviously doing way more tribal interaction, which I think is awesome. I think like it solves a really big issue with like new era format. Like even the fact that they were competing in Sweat for Savvy, obviously not Sean, but like I think you get a lot of looks at other people. So what you look like or how you smile or like very brief talk is so important. And so like this is great. And I feel like if I was Sean, I'd look at Caleb and be like, cool shirt. Cool shirt. Like they like have that little bond, and then like you're gonna be Brandon being like, I like Hawaiian shirts too. Like, oh.
But they wouldn't let me wear one. Yeah, it's so interesting to think about. Someone else who was creating strong bonds on her first day was Kendra. Okay, I need to say, well, real quick, I want to give Cam the mic here. And Cam says that Kendra might be giving Emily a run for her money on the Meme Queen title. I mean, let's see what's to come of Kendra during this game. This look gives me like this, like Kendra was just like at Ponderosa. It just so happened to align when the cast of Survivor was getting ready to go out, and they realized that they were missing one castaway, and she was just like at the pool, and they were like, hey, would you like to like play this game? We need someone. And she was like, sure. Like my horoscope said I should totally take advantage of this. Like that's what this is giving me, and I really like this look.
Yeah, I think we strayed away from like, I think again, because like, you know, it reminds me of like early, right? You know, like when in China or somewhere else, they're wearing just like their plain clothes. They literally look like they were just pulling up. Like people weren't wearing bras. People were like, you know, like people like weren't prepared for it, and they were plopped in. Like it looks like they were literally on vacation and got stuck. And Kendra is actually giving that versus giving the like half these people do not look like they were just on a boat and got shipwrecked or literally marooned, and Kendra is. And I also just feel like this is so her vibe. Like, you know, Kendra, you know her vibe. It's like every single thing looks good. Again, I like love the pants. I think they're very useful. They look like they'll dry. They look like they fit well. And like, you know, I think that like the top is really fun and chic, and like her boobs look great. And like, you know, I just think it's perfect. I love it.
Yeah. Yeah. And the half up, half down, I think is really, really nice as well.
I like that it almost looks like kind of the bra and the shawl are the same. Like I'm trying to figure out. They look like they're the same pattern, or it might just be that it's over. But I really love the top half. I think that kind of brings out her personality. And I feel like she's got the best outfit on Below. Bellow. There we go, Bellow. However you call the tribe name. I think she's got the best outfit, and I feel like she has that fun side. It definitely showcases her fun, whimsical side. So it's definitely a spark. Yeah,
I'm digging this. The linen pants. Come on, I'm obsessed with the linen pants. I think that was a spark from its start there. I want to ask, what color is that shawl? What color is it?
I'm trying to figure it out.
I'm getting green. I was just thinking about that.
Yeah, it almost looks like a gray, like coral, or not coral. Sorry, like a coal. Like it's like a gray green. I don't know. It's
like slate or like
Yes.
That I think that's what it is. Yeah, it's interesting. Look, this is automatic spark, but that was one thing that sort of caught my eye. I was like, this is like one of the people. It's not. There's like almost no blue on her.
Yeah. I know, especially compared to like Katara and Kelly that are like blue. But again, I think like it's cool. Like you, again, because there's no green tribe, they can have a little bit more green in there, and the blues can go more green. Or like, you know, we had our purple tribe had a lot of like pinks and like that. And like, you know, you kind of get to go into the other color, and you don't see like, I think because yellow and red are so similar, they're like kind of staunchly red or yellow. And the blues, like, I think had the space to do a little bit more fun. Kendra did it. And like, it's cool.
Worked out.
It paid off. Yeah.
Worked out.
I mean, that color I would say is like slightly cheating. It's actually the reason I really thought there was a green tribe, just for the sake of today's conversation, because of this outfit. But I like it. I just do. So it's a spark. All right. We got two more. Next up is Sifu. I love the red of this shirt. I think the red is so beautiful, and it's like it has like the frog buttons. I think they're what they're called, where it's like a rope that you string something through. I mean, Phil, what do you think of this outfit for like a first impressions type of look?
Throw this fit on probably anyone else in the cast, and I'm gonna throw this to the Snuff. However, Sifu, he's serving fully. I think he looks great in this. And also, it really goes to this Tai Chi. It's his whole image, his whole branding, his whole character. And honestly, he's the guy that's going to sort of tip himself off the marooning ship and let himself fall. It works for him. And so for him, I'm going to spark it. There we go.
Awesome. One spark. Claire, what do you think?
It feels very true to him. It's like, you know, if I know anything about Sifu, it's about his Tai Chi practice, or not Tai Chi, whatever his Tai Chi practice. It's his thing. I love the pants, the like big like harem pant type like the look, you know, and if it feels true to him, it's a vibe, honestly, especially next to like kind of plain Austin and Drew. Yeah, honestly, it's giving Sifu,
So it's a spark.
I guess. Yeah.
All right, it's a spark. Ollie, I really love the color of the top part of his outfit. What do you think about it?
I love the color. It's such a punchy red, and again, kind of like what we've been saying. When you see how Austin and Drew were, and even though it's like I think there's the tiniest pattern on it, but even though it is more on the plain side, there's still this punchiness, and he's gone for a different kind of like vibe with the shirt. And yeah, like everyone said, it's fit his personality. When you look at it, you go, it makes sense for him. So yeah, it's definitely a spark for me. I approve.
I love what you said, Claire. Also, if this feels true for him, like it seems like he felt so confident in it. He was dancing around, making up songs. And yeah, I'm gonna spark this look as well. He had my favorite promo look, just to throw that out there too, because we talked about it before. It is. Yeah, I'll see if I can find it real quick before we move on to our next person and our final person as well. But it's just like the most lovely animal print. Oh, thanks, Claire.
Oh, nice.
Like so good.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
All right. Next up, last but definitely not least, we have Sabaya. Love this look. Love
cool.
it, love it, love it.
Do you know what? Sorry, the first thing I just want to mention, obviously, now looking at the outfits, you can kind of see why her and Caleb kind of vibes straight. They look so similar, like the outfit choices and stuff, because obviously she's gone for completely yellow style trousers, and then the shirt is kind of blue. And yeah, I'm now looking at it. When you look at what Caleb had and you look at the standing next to each other, they are very like similar in pattern shirt, yellow, what's it called, buff there. So yeah, no, I love it. It's spark. We start it.
I think Sabaya looks incredible. I love this fit. Maybe number 2 of the entire cast. Like truly. I mean, she is like dripped out. I'm obsessed with this fit. She looks so good. Not to mention, if you get a little glance at the sneakers down there, those look fantastic too. The Nikes, they look so good. Like, I gotta say, like, you know, J Maya, very lucky she's up there. But Sabaya's number 2. I think that this is top 3 fit. It's not number 3, and it's also not number 1. But
so number 2.
Number two.
There we go.
I think Sabaya's my number 1.
Yeah.
I think this is the coolest
outfit.
I think, again, in the same way, I love that Kendra's looked like Kendra was out on her day and then got marooned. This is something that, like, Sabaya, this is an outfit. Like, I feel like a lot of times it feels like pieces are put together that, like, you know, because you're kind of getting a set of pieces and they're put. This looks like something that Sabaya would wear. It looks cool. It looks like I could literally be walking around and see it. It's also useful. Like, I think it all fits in all the things I like, you know, good pants, a cool top, like the shoes would look great. Like, and I feel like they only really give Nikes to people who like have really distinctive personalities. Like, I know Dean got Nikes for some reason. He got those, like, he had really distinctive Nikes. I remember, like, they don't like logos on the show unless, so they, when they give them to you, they like need to fit, right? Like, they don't just give out. Most people's shoes are like as plain, have very little markings. Even sneakers are usually like just, you know, and so to give somebody it, it's like, it's sick. It means that like it matches. It's there.
That they trust you. That's really cool because you're right. There's like, you know, advertisements and product placement things that have to be considered when selecting what outfits they're going to allow castaways to be in when they're on the island. And that goes for like Big Brother as well and The Amazing Race. I mean, I know that they give them the colored shirts and everything. So it's just really cool to think about. I love that you flagged that, like, it is sort of an honor to get to wear something that has a logo on it.
Definitely.
Like, even any logo I had was like colored over, patched over. Like, they all very much, like, you can even see on most castaways will have, like, if you even have like a Lululemon thing, it'll be patched over or like anything. And like shoes are pretty much all like brandless. And so like it's sick.
And Claire, I do have to know before we move on, was Sabaya's promo your favorite too?
It was one of my favorites. I loved it. I love it. I think it's very cool. Very good vibes. I love Sabaya.
All right. Well, with that, we went through all 18 Survivor 45 castaways. Real quick, before we end the stream for today, let's just go around and say who our top tier was. Claire, I think you just said yours, so we'll start with you.
Yeah, I think my tops, I'm going to give it to all the yellow. First off, yellow. I'm going to go Sabaya, Caleb, and Sean. Oh, and Kendra. But those are my 4. Like, I think they're just the best. I love the outfits. I think they're fun. I think in a season of a lot of people being very plain in their first marooning look, there were some really cool standouts, though, that still did really fun things. And I freaking thought those are just like, I mean, it's literally anyone with a pattern. But I think it's just like really, they look like outfits. And I think that's cool.
Ollie, how about you?
Yeah, I think again, props to Lulu. They definitely, when it came to outfits, did the best. I mean, my favorite obviously was Jemiah, but I'm also going to give it to Kendra and Sean. Those were my top 3.
All right, Phil, coming to you next.
I mean, I kind of buried my lead here. Number 1 is Jemiah. Number 2 is our friend Sabaya here. But considering I have 1 from red, 1 from yellow, I figure I'll give my sort of number 1 from each tribe. And for blue, I'm going to give it to Kendra, for sure.
Awesome. I think I'm going to go 1, Caleb, 2, Jemiah, and 3, I'm going to go Kendra. All right. With that, Claire, I am so happy that you were able to join us for this first ever Spark or Snuff. I hope that you had a great time. To our viewers, I hope that you also had a great time with this concept. Let us know in the comments if this is something you would like to see again for Survivor 46 and so on. With that, we are going to end it here. Make sure you check out the next episode of Survivor coming out and catch us back next week for another episode of Got Something For Ya. Have a great day.